Welcome. I start this video with some dubious or unknown glues for bits and pieces I have left over from my hell brew.
I bought. The outside had this in the container. This was in the inside. I don't know if I'm impressed that it's black. Why the color of the outside of the Loctite is important is if you use the wrong one, it's a permanent seal. Use the right one, you can get rid of all of it in an ultrasonic cleaner and some gentle soap, like green stuff. So eventually this little piece will go through that kind of wash when I pick up an ultrasonic cleaner. Oh, and then I did miss some. Oh well. I'll get that later. Wait a minute. There's one. Let's see who's gonna get plastic glue. I think these guys. Don't remember how this comes together. Pisty. Don't think I'm gonna put that piece on. I'm gonna leave out the bits on the inside. So there's a piece that goes from here to there and a little piece that goes in there. Yep. Okay, so where do they touch? On the inside, okay. Oh yeah, it doesn't screw, it just pops, which I'm really happy with. So I think it sticks there. And along here. Yeah, could have put some in there, but oh well. And I think you're supposed to hold it. It's not super glue. You just talk about vapor. Definitely feel a suction, but is it stuck? I don't know. I'll let them rest. Take you and you. And I know better. I'm not going to stick it in little balls. Because if I ever want to soak these and
pull them apart, I'll be able to. Good Lord. Yeah. Ooh. Now they don't stick immediately together. I was expecting with plastic glue. As in not like you gotta hold them for a while. But then I guess crazy glue's the same thing. Okay. I am having problems. Okay, so it doesn't really go there. Let's see what I'm doing wrong. Did I miss a piece? I think I am missing a piece. So we'll just call this as is. But I know this goes over here, so I'll stick that on. I mean, the purpose is something to paint, and I don't have really any spare army dudes. Ooh, I didn't clean that. And I didn't want to just spray, didn't want to paint sprues. And this can actually fit on him. But I think this and this were designed to be, magnetized. Yeah, I could have done better. I'm holding this, they're just supposed to rest on the outer channels, so I'm not sure where it's supposed to stick. I think it's supposed to stick right there. Nope, not stuck. So I'm just gonna camp up this stuff. Not impressed with the fact that it just snaps on. I might put a pin in there. And last, I'm going to use on this. Stuck it? No. So I'm just going to let him rest in the corner. Nope. We'll check him on later. At least this one should be easier. That almost pressure fits. A little there, a little there. Don't want to go crazy. And I know this stuff is essentially gonna melt it. I know it disappears. Smells nice. I don't know. I feel like I gotta do it liberally. Maybe. Yeah. Oh, great. That disappears pretty quick. In the recesses, too. I think that's stuck. I hope I don't regret this. Fiddly, fiddly. Okay. Disappears pretty quickly. Ooh. Okay, that's not gonna work. Try that again. So, put it on pretty liberally. There we go. It's a little warped. Supposedly, you can melt this stuff. Melt some sprues with it and fill it in. But I have some green stuff. Supposedly liquid green stuff, though I think it's pretty damn chunky. I've got liquid green stuff, but it looks really chunky. But I might try it for that seam line, just to play with it. So I think I'm gonna leave that one off. I know that goes there somehow. Like so. So I'm going to glue that up the sides. And this stuff feels like it's stuck. So pretty much you go crazy with this stuff. But I know that can't dissolve this glue. You can dissolve crazy glue, but I don't think you can dissolve plastic glue or the Tamaya, because Tamaya actually melts it. So I wonder, maybe we shall try this. Probably too much. Will it make a mess? It's on the inside. I'm not going to be doing anything with this, so. Probably making a bigger mess, but that's okay. I think I'm supposed to stick there, but I don't know. We'll see if we can get this on. Oh, let's go check on our dude over here. Yep, he's stuck now. Oh, no, he's not. Somewhat. Partially. So I can see why people like the Tamaya. Just because it sticks so well. That's how it sticks together. Oop. And that's the problem with this stuff. It flies off to nowhere. Okay. Wait. Have they recessed? I have a feeling they don't quite. I think I have to do it on the outside. And that's why that one's not working the way I want it. The gravy. Games. We play with this silly stuff. There we go. But did it stick? Yep, I think there's enough. Oh, when I pulled it there, I saw the melted plastic. Look at that. I think it did fill the gap. Not in a good way, but it did fill it. So I think I need some more. Missed my window. Do this again. Yeah, I can see why people love this stuff. So I'm not gonna do those. How's this going? No, guess I'm gonna come, look at that. Yep. We're gonna use some Tamaya then. So if you want stuff to quickly glue together, Tamaya is definitely the way to go. And I think that I might do that on the, I might just leave it as is because I really need recesses to try out my experiment. So there's the glue. So the point of me risking my life to prime these guys was Goobertown Hobbies has theories and recipes plural, for contrast. Personally, I only own 2. I'm really impressed with eyes colored in with that. You can almost see this. I don't think you can. There we go. I'm really impressed. That's just on white. And I picked this up because it's a teal color. And I'm kind of excited about teal. So you really have to shake them up, but in an almost gentle way because it settles out. But I don't want to own a lot of these. I own a lot of shades already. So the recipe he uses acrylic inks, which I don't have. I mean, I have a lot of inks, and I think I strayed away from them, like never picking them because I think they would clog my fountain pens. I don't know. I have to look in my collection, but I picked up this matte medium, wetting agent, and then your color. And I happen to have these guys, a lot of these, and I would water them down with this stuff, but I don't think it's what I would use this time around, because when you would paint BJDs, you only need a little bit of paint and you want to draw it out. Watering down acrylics with actual water usually breaks down the acrylic color. And you could use a little of this, but it's not a good idea either, because even though in my days of face-ups, doll painting, they're resin, so they can put up more of a fight against this. But I have to look at my notes because I really don't remember. So these are my doll paints. How old are they? I don't remember. But let's just say most of them have a 2005. But my black has a 2000 copyright, and I don't even think they put copyrights anymore on paints. But it's soft body, so it's thick stuff. Ooh, look at that! I didn't even open it. Let's see which one I should have opened the black, because I use black. Yeah, I mean it's thick stuff. It might as well be almost as thick as what you get from Citadel. And I happen to use my blue because I want to mimic something that is close to my Thousand Suns, even though I did buy a new Thousand Suns as well when I put it in the last order. But not quite where they're not that close. So I picked this up the other day. Of course, it's a completely different company, but where I buy art supplies locally, they carry Golden, and that's a pretty good match, I think. So I wanted to make contrast or shading homebrew with this, but again, this is thick. It's not acrylic ink. So I rushed today, picked this up. This and this and this should be the way I make homebrew speed paint or contrast, or I'm not even sure what a general word for it would be. And I did put, when I put some of this in a dropper so it'd be easier to measure, wow, what a pain. So I probably won't even use this unless I pick up acrylic ink. And I'm not going to make enough to fit one of these anyways. But I still have these left over from my fountain ink stuff, because I like little plastic containers. So I'll be mixing in these, and we shall see how it goes. And this is just for note taking. I also want to figure out what pen would be best. I mean, this one, I only own one of these, matches my Filofax Mini pretty close, but it's too fat to live in it. So I have all my like teeny tiny pens to practice with this paper because I can't use their date book because it starts on a Monday. European and Japanese and Occidental, I guess the word is, for out there in the Asian areas, use a Monday start in their planners, so I can't even use it. So we shall try. This one will be the black, and I don't think I'll mix the black. So I think I'll use the blue lid for my test. That's gonna be unsteady. So I was gonna mix some in stainless steel pet bowls, but then the idea of scraping and just nightmares. So what he used was equal amounts of one and the other, but I think I'm gonna do like 3 drops of this and a drop of that equivalent. No, 2 to 1 maybe. And then he added, for a slightly larger amount, because he used a great big brush to mix them, I'm not gonna do that. Maybe 1 drop of this. Once I make up maybe 3, we're gonna test out on this guy. Wait for it to dry, see where it goes. And these are leftovers from my hell brute. Yeah. And here's where I realized this was a fail. So I'm gonna try the dish. had a really hard time getting this paint to loosen up, and it was really pigmented. So, but then I had the dish side to base it on, so maybe I was on the right track. I don't know. And here's where I decide to start over again. Start over. I wasn't really impressed with the coverage, but it was a starting point. So I added another drop, and it's darker, but I wasn't really impressed. So I needed to get some of that Citadel on there just so I can compare. It's easier to compare when all of them are on the same model, sort of, for me. Other people like to paint other models, but I didn't have enough models to do that with. I think this particular color is probably middle of the line for coverage. Not super dark, not super light. I really like it. I don't like what they recommend for Thousand Suns, so I'm still gonna experiment, but look at that coverage. Will I achieve that? That's something to be seen. Here I start to notice that I can see how it behaves compared to the other paints on the paper towel. Gives me some prediction on how it's going to behave, and it's definitely darker. We'll have to see how it dries, but I doubt the quality of the golden paint. So I'm thinking Liquitex. Maybe it's more pigmented. Maybe I'll get better results. And here it is, all dry. And then I really start to notice something. There was like a bubbling. I'm kind of happy with the brown though, but I think if I had a little more pigment, but I'm thinking, did I put too much wetting agent, which could be the reason. So I look at the other one, and yeah, there bubbling is there. So I did say I did risk my life to prime these guys. It was actively snowing. It was like raining, snowing, hailing. When I went down the steps, let's just say me and everything took a spill. And then I was like, ooh, I'll go in the garage, spray these. Yeah, it was just not good conditions for the primer. At least I got to do the experiment, but the primer really didn't like it. And here is the other experiment, liquid masking fluid. It protected the miniature. The primer behaved really strangely, but that could be weather related as well. But I'm really happy with this. And here is where I'm testing the effect of the actual paint on the masking fluid. Another win for the masking fluid, but it's hard to tell where it starts and where it ends. And usually on paper, you use a rubber eraser, so I may try that later. So I'm happy about masking fluid. Not excited about my results for the shading, the replacement Citadel. Unhappy with the performance of the primer, though. That it's a good primer when I have really good weather conditions. But I should have known better. So thank you, and I'll be right back. Final thoughts. I think this experiment turned out well. I've learned a lot. I've also watched more YouTube videos on different results from various others. And I'm happy that my paint is less shiny. I really don't like how super shiny the shades or the contrast is. And I think I've stumbled upon my own version of contrast medium, which is good for watering down contrasts and everything else. So thank you for watching, and see you next time. So the official recipe for Thousand Suns would be Achillean green. I know the name's kind of misleading. It's very dark blue, at least in the bottle. We shall see. Nothing. No, not this moment. I'm doing a water thing. I'm testing out a paint. I'm still not sold on contrast paints. I'll stick to normal as painting can be. But I did pick up glazing medium, so I might try playing with that for a little. So thank you for watching.